Hi guys, I have just visited a genuine North Korean art exhibition with paintings drawn by actual North Koreans. Let me tell you, I have never seen art like this before. So prepare yourselves because we are about to see the craziness. And number 10 is ridiculous. What you see right now on the screen is kind of a premonition, if you will, of what's about to come. Let me just put it like this. If you see a missile on the screen, you have to take a shot. We're talking massive, like hyper-realistic paintings. These are the sorts of paintings that you kind of get with like, you know, these like little numbers that you gotta paint in there. And this is kind of like this. It's the size of a billboard. Look at the colors. Somebody literally sat there and drew all of this. Is the oranges, the pinks, and look at this glorious monument to success. Golden hour, you kind of stroll here with, you know, maybe your girlfriend or your wife, you're thinking about the future, and oh, it's a rocket. Isn't that a beauty? Now, on this particular picture, I want you to kind of gauge the overall feel of this painting, right? Because you can clearly see the guys, you know, they don't care about the cold, it might be -20. This guy is happy he got glasses. Look at the luscious hair in this dude. He's like a superstar. Here's a checklist for this watch, right? So we got happy Koreans, we got missiles on paintings, whatever. What else is there? Technology. Are we gonna see some technology? Another angle of the same rocket. Bob Ross ain't got nothing on this. This sure is not an accident, man. This was drawn deliberately. It reminds me of this kind of a style, right? That's very proud. Maybe a little Monet in there. So we got that. Then there was this painting. This is one of the rocketless ones. This is a wall, okay? This is a big wall and it's a huge painting. In case you need to up the stakes a little bit, every time you see a North Korean flag, you also take a drink. It has both North Korean flags and missiles. The amount of detail that went into making this explosion, like, it is almost, look at the wind. You can tell that there's definitely speed involved. It's very expressive. Our strength, a rocket Parasuri 6. Okay, so this is just so you know what it is. Here's another one. Oh, maybe a little couple of birds flying in the distance, some hills. Oh my God, bruh. They would have smiled if they were allowed to smile. I feel like this red flag just kind of gives a little pop to the image. There is also this train that's like blazing fast. It's so fast you can see just, oh wait a second, you can see a rocket flying out of it. Of course. Okay, this one translates as unexpected strike. And then there is this one. The sun is hitting the waves just at the right angle. They're kind of see-through, they're translucent. Just going to the God raising here. Absolute beauty of a painting. And this one's called Into the Ocean. By the way, it comes with a QR code. I have not scanned this QR code, so you're at your own. You might end up on a North Korean website. I have no idea. Here, this is grandma and her young grandchild right here. I mean, they're smiling, obviously, so that's a check. What else is on our checklist? Let me see. Oh, yes, of course, a flag. A North Korean flag has to be here. That's a check. What else is there? Oh my God, that is a missile. And a tank in his hand. Look at that hand. This is a great finger for a little man right there. I feel like this is the epitome of the essence of this art exhibition. For some reason, they're just obliterating this island down there. I hope that is actually like testing grounds. They're having a great time too. You know, everyone's smiling. For some reason, there is this cannon-like object in the middle. If you know what that is, please comment down below. That man is smoking a fat doobie. This one is very, you know, it's very actiony. The goal for him is obviously imminent death, and he's ready to tackle, you know, anything. And you can see there, you know, he's injured. He's like, there's tenacity in his face. The giving of a priceless life. Do not look at the missiles. The life is what matters. The life is priceless, okay? You know, those 10,000 missiles that you've just seen and the North Korean flag, that's all fine and well, but it is the priceless life. Like this guy is done. Okay, this guy is not doing anything, but this dude is like, there is still life in you, Private Kim. You with me now. Obviously, North Korean flag. Great stuff. And in contrast, we have, you know, people working in the field. So we have some smiling women, and as you can see, there's always this kind of generational representation, right? So, you know, there's the elderly, and then your adults here, all participating in labor. They're all smiling, they're all having fun, you know, and they're just having a grand old time, absolutely loving every second of it. Moving on, North Korean flag, check. I'm not sure what that means in North Korea, but the amount of medals he has is ridiculous. This picture I like because, you know, obviously big smile, he's enjoying it. The girls with the North Korean flag, everything's great. I guess they are weighing grain here. That's what's happening. A beautiful tractor, everyone's engaged, everyone's at work, everyone's smiling, love it. Don't get it twisted, it's not always about work. Like, have you seen in a restaurant that looks like a beer with some foam on the top? That's pretty strong right there. Obviously, don't forget about the North Korean flag and the generational representation, because you have your elderly here, you have your parents and your children. They're all right there, and this girl's taking a picture with this beer bottle, which is giant, by the way. Obviously, North Korean flag here. At least one smartphone confirmed. Okay, there it is. It's right there. I want you to pay attention to the amount of light here. I mean, everything is shining. Everything is just, you know these pictures that they put online of like North Korea being super dark. You know, the neighboring countries are all lighting up, and like China is full of light, but then North Korea is not. Clearly, those satellite images, fake news. It looks like New York. I mean, look at it. Pyongyang at night. There is another depiction right here. This is any average Chinese city looks like this. Yeah, if you know Korean, let me know what this says right here. But this is your Korean flag. There you go. Take a little drinky drink. Another Korean flag. What do you know? Another generational representation. He doesn't have to work anymore, or maybe he does. Who knows? Maybe he's just happy to work or be alive. It doesn't. I don't know, man. You tell me. With the flag, you know, obviously big honor to carry the flag. It's not only about the missiles, all right? Here is a symbol of peace. That's very important. We have to acknowledge what we see, right? So plenty of people having fun, doves everywhere. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful time. Look at the flowers and everything. Look at the balloons. I mean, this is just great. Experiencing gratitude, right? So there's definitely gratitude here. I mean, this is a city brimming with life. Look at the architecture too. This is just some nice kind of futuristic architecture. There is a hole in this building for no apparent reason. Somebody got their flag out, right? Look at the colors. Look at everything is lit up. We have a girl with the flag. She's, you know, she got her mummy. There's another kid in daddy's hands, and obviously, you know, here are the parents. The parents right there, right there. Don't forget about the parents, y'all. You gotta make sure you take care of your elderly. Ooh, this is 2025, so this is like fresh. This looks like a competition. Maybe that's the Winter Olympics. Flags all around. Everyone's smiling. Look at the rosy cheeks. I mean, look at these kids. You just can't help but smile. She gotta go easy on them chips, you know. She might end up looking like little round ball. Maybe that is the look. Maybe that's what they're going for. But hey, this is a mother with some weird children. Maybe that's a teacher. Who knows, right? But she has like a little kid that she's taking care of here. You know, she got him on her back. A butterfly about to get snatched. I mean, ooh, nice composition. Some thought went into it, and don't forget the detail. The dandelions getting blown out. I don't know what she's reading. If you can translate that, I'd be glad to know. Another confirmation. We have at least 2 smartphones in North Korea, and they got AI. Look, pay attention to the detail. I mean, you see everything from the hair on the stems, and you see like a look at the zipper. They really went in there and they really like paid attention to a lot of it. What is that? Oh, I thought that was a katana for a second. That is not a katana. That is a selfie stick. And that is a North Korean flag. Obviously, it has to be there. But what is it like? I'm losing count. That's at least 3 smartphones. This one is one of my personal favorites. Pleasant painting to look at. That cow is like, yeah, I got some burgers for you, boy. We got some smiling people. We got some flags. We got a smiling woman with a huge cucumber in her hand. Well, at this point, we can definitely say they have plenty of smartphones. These guys, they don't need a smartphone, okay? Kids, stay away of TikTok. You want to be this girl, live in the real world. Focus on real interactions, and you will look like this. Never a depressed moment in your life. You'll always be happy, trust me. Great, they're running, they're happy. Don't forget the smile. Yes, everything is cool. It's not just men. Women also have the fighting spirit. Fighting hand in hand, tackling battles. We're kind of like looking at art through art. You know, it's a very interesting dynamic here. This is one of the traditional blossoming trees. They come with these kind of hair-like
persimmon
tree, a very standard theme across Asian paintings in general. They got seafood, bro. They got seafood. All right, so there's this one painting where it's not exactly filled with joy, and I would say it's quite the opposite, right? It's a difficult painting to look at. So if you're an emotional person, look away. There's this child who's kind of screaming, and there's, you know, just a blaze in the background, and this woman is she appears to be gone, and a bunch of bombs being dropped on the this what appears to be a city or a village. It is called Don't Forget the Evils of American Imperialists. Back to smiling and looking hopeful. Another hyper-realistic painting of the apparently a national dog for North Korea. This huge tiger. That's also super hyper realistic. It looks like it was made by AI. The vase is there, you know, very beautiful. It just obviously there was a vase with a missile. Don't forget that. I'll put a video here somewhere. Kids having fun, having a snow fights, making snowman, you know what I mean? So a World Cup, a FIFA World Cup. Another smartphone user, very happy. It got a bunch of mayonnaise in there, I guess. And look at this grandma. She's like, oh yeah, I wish I had this when I was young. We got it a lot easier today. Making some Kool-Aid, you know what I mean? Some extra clear vodka or something. This guy seems not really impressed. I don't know what his issue is, but the girls are, you know, they're working on something here.
persimmon
Trees. I'm not sure how they do it. Maybe they just like carve it out or something, but yeah. Another great representation of snow. Some colorful people in there, just in case you forgot. There is color in North Korea, thank you. And it was all in this very interesting building. Now, the way I ended up in this building, I didn't specifically go for this exhibition. However, I was taking part in a Japanese traditional art exhibition along with my wife, who presented her work there. I provided Chinese calligraphy because I studied Chinese. There's your boy standing there, and there is our piece right here. 树能带闯，一能覆舟. So it roughly translates to the water can carry a boat, but it can also capsize a boat. We went with this. This is actually a real scene in real life. The intent there is to draw something that's very minimalistic, right? This is what traditional Japanese art is all about, but obviously there are many different renditions of what people thought Japanese traditional art should look like, and there were things like this, you know, maybe that's kind of, you know, too much detail. Let me know in the comments how many times you actually took a shot based on the amount of missiles and North Korean flags that we've seen. Hopefully you found this interesting. That will be it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.